Hello, viewer. Welcome to today's episode of the show. It's great having you, and thanks for joining us. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk MCB. It is an interactive talk show where we talk about anything and everything trending, ranging from entertainment to politics, health, education, lifestyle, power of community, you just name it. All you need to do is sit back, enjoy, and engage in our conversations. My name is Hadiza Galadima. And right here with me in the studio is the beautiful Rachel.
Hello, Hadiza.
How you doing?
Very well.
And the amazing Confidence.
Hi, Hadiza.
How you doing?
I'm good.
All we do on the show is spark meaningful conversations, inspire change within our community as we engage in honest dialogue. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk MCB. And now right straight to the business of the day. Let's get started. In the words of Thomas A. Edison, many of life's failure are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the approval of the increment of salaries and wages by the federal government for the president, vice president, lawmakers, judicial workers by 114%. Now the question is, with all the hardship thrown at Nigerians, are the lower citizens not to be considered first as regards the increase of minimum wage of 200,000 as proposed by the TUC? Yeah. Are we not supposed to be looking at the masses first, other than thinking about the first-class citizens or the...
See, the matter of Nigeria, I'm tired at this point. I don't understand. You should help me. It's not making any sense. You say you want to increase judges' salaries by 114%. For God's sake, and the minimum wage has not been increased. What is even this series?
Some states have taken a step in increasing the minimum wage for some of their workers, but like from 30,000 naira to 40,000 naira.
So the 10,000 naira difference is the big deal, Abi?
Honestly speaking.
So the 10,000 naira, what
it's funny at the same time. For God's sake, in this Nigeria of now.
But I just feel, okay, since these people already have enough, don't they have enough?
Why are they even increasing?
More than enough. But did you see the increment?
114%.
It sounds like I don't want to say it sounds like a dream. It sounds like a joke, because these are things you read online and you're wondering, is this a government? Like, is this a government that is taking care of its people? You want to increase, they've already been paying them salaries, so they are giving them money.
Talking about, other government workers, civil servants who are earning,
peanuts.
Why are they not talking about increasing? And okay, those that even increase, they increase from 30,000 to 40,000 naira.
What's that?
We have bodies like the NLC and the TUC fighting for Nigerians, like the lower citizens. That's why they are actually proposing the increment for 200,000. But like in the beginning, when I heard 200K, I was like, is 200K not too much? That was how I felt. No, honestly, I felt, okay, is 200K not too much? Because considering the fact that, okay, the country is trying to repay debt, is trying to do this, is trying to do that. Personal thoughts. So when I now heard our lawmakers, our president, vice president, governors, deputy governors, speakers, and all that, their salaries will be increased by 114%. I was like, that is like double of their salaries.
But I thought the government came out to say it's not true. But so, again, in every, like I usually say, in everything that people think, oh, this thing is a lie. A lie cannot just emanate from nowhere.
Definitely.
There was something cooking. So maybe it was when they heard the cries of Nigerians and maybe they started hearing reactions from Nigerians.
You didn't hear the cry of Nigerians. They had to
come out and say, no, it's not true.
It's not what it really is. So like, I actually wanted to ask when you said, is it that they felt, okay, people are, they feel what we're doing is not right and Nigerians would not accept it? So we should just come out and say it is a lie, or it's just a rumor or a cooked up story from It's genius.
For me personally, I just feel like the Nigerian government, like I will always say, they play us for fools, especially they feel like we're puppets.
Yeah.
Because we don't come out. I understand that there's fake news out there. I understand that there are rumors that are not true out there. But for something as serious as this, you don't just want to say it's not true.
Yeah.
Because like Rachel rightly said, in every lie, there's an iota of truth. And you see, but it will not be surprising to me that these people will come out now and you find out that if you dig deeper, it's true. It may not necessarily be 140%
I wish it was like Muhammad's era.
But definitely they will increase
I
it.
wish it was like Muhammad's era.
If it was like Marisa, we will know it was a lie.
Most it was a lie.
But look at the name of the man.
We know it was a true, but the man is using his name to
honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me, truly. If it's true, like that's why I said there's a possibility that probably it's not 114.
And if they're even thinking of something like that, if they do not want,
no, let me if they want that to this, like our first class citizens in the country, definitely they would definitely look at the lower citizens.
Do you
it's
think
just
so?
a misappropriation of priorities because these guys are I don't know how to explain it, but it's really sad. You have people, the masses, you have people that, would I say in quotes, because some people feel like Tinubu did not win this election, but in quotes, they put you there as per, because of democracy.
They selected you.
Exactly. It's the people that put you there. And then you just wake up one morning and you're just doing a lot of things. I mean, why do you need to, okay, if there's going to be an increment, let it be equal.
Why are you even starting with people who are already eating our money? Why are you starting with people who are already eating our billions?
Obvious.
They need to feed them. They need to take care of them so that they would
the
think well.
I don't even know what
the money they've stolen.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
And they're still embezzling more. Because on the last show, you said something about some of them when the president was saying that he was going to bring out some people, sanction them. Some people were bringing money that they need.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is our country.
Well, Nigeria, our country. We'll be going on a commercial break right now. We'll be back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. And now over to our next story. Microsoft co-founder and philanthropist Bill Gates, while addressing a question during an interactive section with innovators on advancing Africa, unleashing the power of youth science and innovations, held in Lagos on 21st of June 2023, explained how this Japa syndrome is good and healthy for Nigeria, as there is a rising surge in numbers of young professionals leaving the country for greener pasture. Bill Gates said having a big diaspora that includes people coming back into business and government is a healthy thing for the country. And also, now, the thing is, Bill Gates said leaving the country for greener pastures is something that is healthy for our country because he was specific. So I want to know, how many people are willing to travel out of the country and wanting to return back to invest or to grow in the country they are running away from? So what is the reason why they left the country in the first place? Why leave?
You're asking what is the reason they left the country in the first place. Hadiza, are you a Nigerian?
Full-blooded Nigerian.
Yeah, full-blooded Nigerian.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I answer that question or I should just...
There's a question that you should answer.
Okay, so you're asking why young professionals are leaving the country.
I'm asking why young professionals are leaving the country. Why would you? Okay, he said it is healthy, but most people would leave and never want to come back. Never want to return.
If you leave, Hadiza, wait, Hadiza, if you leave now,
would you want to come back?
Answer this question.
Look, if you want to come back, you just want to come and say hello to your family. Maybe when you have enough money, you want to come and invest 1 or 2 things.
It differs. Some people will not. Some people might actually come back.
I don't see a reason.
They love Nigeria.
Okay, well, because I love Nigeria. Beautiful. But seriously, Hadiza, people are leaving the country.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Nigeria, I won't even say Nigeria is healthy for people to live in.
No, they said if you leave.
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm saying personally,
Nigeria
is not a healthy place to live in. How? You go to school, you get your certificate, you learn, you have a skill. Look, you gather all these things, gatherable, gather them, can't gather them, finish. Now you get a job where they want to pay you peanut. Look, in that same place, they will frustrate your life.
Yeah.
If you learn a skill, whether even if it is tailoring, you want to start up a structure, and then even the people Nigerians are now the ones now frustrating you. Look, if you go out of the country, if you have a skill, look at our doctors. When you go to, in fact, go outside Nigeria. When you go to different sectors outside the country, you see that Nigerians are dominating. Yes, we have people. Look, we've had young people who came out to, construct things like cars in Nigeria. They just brought different parts, different ions. They'll do something, and the thing is moving. So and our government are not even looking at, okay, we can pick up this person, we can train him. If we train this person, we can have someone who can even create something bigger than what, outside are giving us. But no, and our governments are just frustrating us. And you're saying we shouldn't leave. Look, I will say if you have the opportunity to leave as a young person, please run away.
No, you can leave. What they're actually saying, you can leave, yeah, but they're trying to say, okay, if you leave, you go and gain more knowledge, more experience, and everything. Then you come back to the country, and
even if you come back, they will still frustrate you. People have been coming back,
like the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is actually in support of this because they said you are actually going to go and get. Let me just say, you're going to get wiser. You're going to be more exposed. You will get what you're supposed to get. Do you understand? So coming back, going out to do the needful. I just feel they're just saying you need to go out, do the needful, gain what you want to get, and come back. Yes, because he feels, Peter Obi feels Nigeria is actually a working country in progress, or would I say in process? In progress, right? So we should always believe that things will always work out for the better. Nigeria is going to become the country we all wish for. Because if everybody is jackpying and never returning back, then what is left?
But this is my question.
Personally, for me, I don't have a problem with young people leaving the country for greener pastures. Now, the question is, people are leaving for greener pastures and the country is the same way it is.
Because they're not coming back.
The country is the same way it is. Because there are a lot of people that have not left their own country because they have all that is needed for them to express themselves creatively. So they see if people are living where they are, I'm not generalizing, but I'm not trying to narrow it down. But on a general note, if people are living where they are, if you notice and you really take an in-depth study, they are coming out for vacation. They are coming out to just explore that places. But in Nigeria, our own is different. And, people just want to run away and not come back. And then they forget that, I don't know, it's personally for me, these greener pastures. The grass is actually green where you water it. But I'd like to pick from what Rachel said. Even the government is not helping because there are a lot of us that might not want to leave Nigeria. We love Nigeria so much. African food, where you want to see them? Where you want to see them? So the togetherness, the dancing. There are some people, if you go online and check, there's some people out there, some Nigerians over there will tell you, they like their work, they like everything, but they are lonely.
That's what
they miss family. It takes, leave it, see, people don't emphasize it. So, Jack buying leaving the country. There's a lot of sacrifice that comes with it. Sometimes you don't get to see your family members for close to 30. I've seen a lot of videos.
It is frustration.
It pains my heart because it's not like the country is not blessed. And it's not like somebody doesn't want to go out there, gain knowledge, do what is needful and come back here. But the problem is if you finish gaining the knowledge, you come back the knowledge and you come back.
They'll frustrate you.
That's you.
Because I actually wanted to make mention of, it's not even about the jackpying. It's not all about leaving the country. Most of them don't come out to say this is what we go through. But at the end of the day, the purpose why they left, they get the purpose or the reason why they left, they actually get that thing. But coming back is always a problem for them. So if they don't come back, how will the country grow? How is it healthy for the country? Because at the end of the day, like our doctors, we have a whole lot of doctors who are jackpying, a whole lot of nurses who are jackpying. We have a whole lot of IT personnel, tech guys in tech, ladies in tech who are actually living in Nigeria, and they are in Nigeria, and they are actually getting paid, well paid. Then if you think of, this is what I get when I'm outside, even with the suffering, like Fela will say, suffering and smiling. Did they suffer or did they smile? Did they happy? Yes. That's why they're suffering and smiling. Then what is in for us? That's just...
I think that the question we should be asking is, those that have gone and then come back to invest, what have they gotten?
How far?
Yeah, exactly.
So you want more people to go and then come back? If na you dey see people wey don go, wey dem don come back, wey be say you go and come back, then they'll frustrate your effort. You want to construct something, they'll come and demolish it.
And it's not easy to go out in the first place.
Change begins with you and I. So when you go, you come back, I go, I come back, she goes, and she comes back.
Hadiza and Confidence will go and come back. Rachel will go and remain and come and greet people in Nigeria.
Goodness gracious.
Well. Let's go on a commercial break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Before we went on that break, we were talking about the Japa syndrome. And we will be connecting to Mr. Mike, a Nigerian in diaspora, to give us his own point of view on the Japa syndrome. Mr. Michael.
Hello, Hadiza. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? How have you been?
I'm good.
Great. So we would like to have your own point of view as regards the Japa syndrome.
Okay, my point about the Japa syndrome, I think it depends on the level of education you have, what you have at hand. What I mean by what you have at hand is, are you going as a hustler, or you're going as a degree holder, or you're going as a student? Mind you, these three things are different scenarios as a Japa person. If you're going as a hustler, you know that things are definitely going to be rough for you because you know nobody. Going to some place like the US or UK, are you going to be doing house things like fixing tiles, moving the debts, looking after some certain things that ordinarily in your own country you wouldn't be proud to do that. Over some time, I had this experience with someone in Dubai. Some people, what they do in UAE is they pay a lot of tasks to their task force to stay back. So what is the cycle of the money you're making? Now, you are making some certain amount of money, you're paying for some tax, you're paying for some rent, and you're paying the task force to allow you stay back in Dubai to make a little amount of money. Now, how much do you have left? How much are you making annually, monthly? Now, imagine you going as a qualified doctor. That's why I said, on what ground are you traveling? On what ground are you evacuating your country to another country? Going as a medical doctor, as a nurse, you already know that, okay, you have something recognized. You're going with a proper paper, you're going to serve, and you're getting paid. Mind you, the Japa syndrome, if it's greener there, now you know that, okay, because of the system in the US, in the UK, in Canada, or any other place, you find that the system takes a lot of money from you to make the system balance. Unlike in Nigeria, where the system might not take a whole lot from you, you make all the money. Most of us in Nigeria, we do not pay tax, right? Now, the system takes a whole lot from you in the UK to keep the economy stable. You're paying some tax and you're paying a whole lot of bills monthly, and you are left with some certain amount of money. And you are living a good life. You are getting good water. You are getting good environment. You're getting electricity. You're getting good healthcare. You're getting good insurance. Okay, you are getting good insurance. So all these things are put together. In Nigeria, you do not have good healthcare. You do not have good insurance. You do not have good environment. You are being threatened a whole lot by area boys most times. And mind you, in Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians they've carved their niche that they work for foreign folks, but sitting in Nigeria making lots of money. But if you ask these folks, do they still want to go outside the country? They'll still tell you yes, because of the environment. So there are a lot of factors determining Japaing and lots of them. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Michael. Since it's basically, you said we have reasons why most people are leaving. Okay, as of recently Bill Gates and like the presidential candidate of the LP party said it is a healthy thing to actually leave, and saying people or citizens will come back to develop or go into business or government in the country. So as someone who is actually out of the country right now, are you willing to come back to invest in the country, like business wise, or want to run in like as part of the government? Is this something you are willing to do? Because since you are out there, you are outside the country, and you have your reasons of being there. As you've already said, you've mentioned reasons why you would want to go back and go back again and go back again and go back again. So are you willing to come back to invest in the country? Because I say it's a healthy thing for people to leave. So for you that are outside now, are you willing to come back to invest in the in the country?
Okay, thank you, Hadiza. Okay, personally, I love Nigeria, my country. I've never been a fan of leaving Nigeria because I so believed in Nigeria, but I had to leave, travel some other countries because the system wasn't working. Going back to your question, do I want to go to the US, to the UK, to Canada, to Dubai, to Australia, and still come back to Nigeria? Personally, for my own sanity, I might want to stay longer, right? Because I want to get everything right. I don't know where the country is leading right now. If I'm certain of what the country wants for itself at the moment, I would decide to say, okay, I want to come back to Nigeria and invest. Mind you, my first statement, I said, I'm a big fan of Nigeria. I always loved Nigeria. I did not want to be out here, trying to make ends meet. I wanted to have my estates built in Nigeria, have innovations and all of that. So I have to study what Nigeria is all about. Right now, Nigeria is in a big state where I cannot tell if I really want to be in the country to develop whatever thing I want to develop, because the politics is also getting into religion. It's getting into education. The politics is getting into the streets. They are using everybody in the streets. They are using pastors. They are using imams. They are using a whole lot of people. So do I want to get back to Nigeria? At this point, I would say not at all. But do I want to get back to Nigeria when it's a bit better? Yes, I want to do that. Thank you.
Confidence, do you have any question to throw at Mr. Michael?
No, I have a question to throw at him. Mr. Michael, it's wonderful having you on our show today. But I want to ask, there was something Bill Gates said. Bill Gates and Peter Obi, they were like, it's good for the youth to go out and to leave to Japa because it's to give them greener pastures. Now, my question is the grass truly green on the other side? That's my first question. Is the grass truly green on the other side? And for someone who is out there, do you really advise that with everything you said, you've kind of answered that question in a way, you advise the young people to actually leave, and stay there? Or would you advise them to come back and try to see what it is they can do? And it depends on what they go out there to do. Some people go out for their personal benefits. Some people go out there to gain knowledge, to come back and help. But my main question right now is the grass truly green on the other side the way it is painted?
All right, thank you, Confidence. Pointing back to my first statement, I said it depends on how you are japping. If you're japping the wrong way, the grass is never greener. But if you're japping the right way, sure, the grass is greener because you'll get all the good benefits you want. Aside the fact that we are not used to paying lots of tax and living good life in Nigeria. So it's going to be a new thing to someone who is leaving Nigeria to somewhere like UK and getting exposed to paying tax for little things, and as little as water, electricity, gas, car parks, and the rest of them. So the grass is greener because you are going to get good living, good job, good pay. Now the grass is greener for students who are going to school and work at the same time. The grass is not greener in Nigeria for students who are schooling full time and expect their parents who are doing nothing to get a tuition fee for, who has 5 children, there is no space for students in Nigeria to school and work at the same time. But the grass is greener in the UK for someone who is schooling and working. Most of the people who are schooling in the UK, US, Canada are schooling and they are working. They are paying their tuition fee themselves. So if you check it properly, you know that the grass is actually greener when you are there. So going back to the second question.
The second question was if you'd advise as a young person, you leave and you stay back, or would you say it's okay to go gain knowledge, do whatever it is you want to do, and then come back and try to add to your society?
Okay, personally, I would say, yeah, it's fine. Develop your country. You don't run away from it, right? You go, you get the knowledge, and you can come back. You can, bring that knowledge back to your country. No matter how bad Nigeria is, I think it still have people living inside of it, right? So you can go out there, get the knowledge you want, then come back to Nigeria. It's a welcome idea. It's a welcome development. You can come back and do the needful, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. Do you, Rachel, you don't have any question. He has answered everything. Well, I guess Mr. Michael is just trying to tell us to be patriotic Nigerians at the end of the day. Well, that's all we have for you on today's edition of Viewpoint. You already know. Talk show where they talk as EB. We really do appreciate you and your time greatly. Let's do this again, same place, same time, and make it your favorite by following all our social media handles displayed on your screen for more exciting and explosive episodes. Be a part of our community. We would love to hear from you. So subscribe and click on our little notification bell on our YouTube page at Oweleketv. Our website is Oweleketv. My name is Hadiza Galadima, and she is
Confidence Oko.
And
Rachel Abioye.
so we'll come your way again. See you next time.
You know